My name is Robert Floyd. I am chairman of the Texas Capitol Vietnam Veterans Monument. I served in Vietnam from 1969 through 1970 with the 101st Airborne Division, the Screaming Eagles. In 1973, I began coming to the state capitol to represent different clients before the legislature. And I thought to myself and began talking with other friends that we Vietnam veterans should have our monument to recognize the service of the 500,000 Texans who served, as well as to pay tribute to the 3,415 soldiers who did not come back to this country. And so I started talking with people like State Representative Wayne Smith from Baytown, Senator Chuy Hinojosa from the Valley, both Vietnam veterans, other Vietnam veterans who served in the legislature, and other members who worked around the Capitol like I do. And so we came up basically with the idea and the concept of the Texas Capitol Vietnam Veterans Monument.
I am Texas State Senator Juan Hinojosa, and I'm very proud to have served my country in the state of Texas in the United States Marine Corps in Vietnam from 1967 to 1968.
I am State Representative Wayne Smith. I served in the U.S. Army in Vietnam in 1969 and 1970. I am honored to have been able to co-author the legislation to ensure that Texas Vietnam veterans are remembered on the state capitol grounds. This monument will be a permanent reminder that hundreds of thousands of Texans served in the Vietnam War. Thousands were injured and more than 3,000 died, and Texas has not forgotten them.
The Vietnam War was not a popular war, but we want this monument to recognize and pay tribute to the soldiers, both men and women who served their country. And the thing that we think is special about this Vietnam monument is that it will be interactive. We will have a website that's interactive and educational, so families and veterans can go online and tell their stories. And it will supplement the beautiful, what will be a bronze and granite monument that will be located on the northeast side of the Texas Capitol.
I know when I came back, I felt unwelcome. Many times, people who opposed the war confused the hostility towards a war with the courage of our troops. It is important that we honor our Texas Vietnam veterans. It is important that we support the monument here at State Capitol so that we won't forget the sacrifice that the Texans have made, the American people have made in defense of our country, our freedom, and our way of life.
We began working on the legislation, and there was a lot of emotion from those who had served. And once we passed the resolution on the House, we all gathered at the back and hugged that at least we had now been recognized by the state and by our fellow Texans.
I am very honored to have served my country in Vietnam, very honored to serve my state as a state senator, and I'm very honored to have co-authored legislation to create a monument honoring our heroes, Vietnam veterans from Texas. Semper Fi.